morning, everyone. Welcome back. It's kind of interesting. I was prepared. I was kind of planning on doing some short, anti-short selling rant when it comes to low float stocks like VRPX. But what's the point? Every time I get ready to do it, and then I'm like, wait. People on pre-market prep, you are the good people of the world. You don't hate everything. You don't live in your mom's basement drinking Canadian Mist, eating Cheetos, okay? You capitalize on the stupidity of the Cheeto finger bros. So what's the point? Nobody here is trying to short a 2 million float stock. Now, you may have tried. You may have been duped by the Twitter wizards. Remember the Obi-Wan Kenobi? These aren't the droids you're looking for. You may have been seduced by the Force, by the dark side of the Force. Probably Darth Vader would have been a better analogy than Obi-Wan. But maybe you've been duped. You blew up your account because the Mixoplick. You guys remember Mixoplick? That was like from the Superman cartoons. We talked in gibberish. But anyway, you may have been seduced. You may have blown up your account. Now you're here to learn how to consistently trade for realistic profits because you're not a bro. You're not trying to buy a Lambo today. You're trying to grow your account over time, build up, build knowledge, build your account, then scale up. So anyway, there's no point in it. I'm not going to do it again. So that being said, VRPX, if you are aggressive, hey, think of this. Most of you probably know what I'm going to say. Rule of 10 stock, okay? And I know you might be like, oh, it's up too much. Valid point. I can't argue with that. Always understand, not trading a stock is a valid approach, okay? If you're looking at VRPX and you're like, whoa, I don't want anything to do with this, skip it. Delete it from your watch list. There's nothing wrong with that. We've got plenty of other stocks to talk about today. There's probably going to be another VRPX today. I should say today's VRPX. There's a good chance today's VRPX is VRPX. But that being said, always understand you can always skip it. Now, that being said, I would look for a dip and rip style, rule of 10 style on VRPX. And then the safer approach, if you do choose, so let me do morning idea, dip and rip on VPRX. Rule of 10. Also, safer approach. If you really like VRPX, afternoon VWAP holds. And as always, if you don't know what a dip and rip is, if you don't know what a VWAP hold is, that's cool. I got a $20 ebook. Obviously I'm biased. Listen, I will 1000% admit my bias, but I think it's like $18 or something. Come on. Yeah, I don't know anyone out there that isn't like it's worth $18. Now listen, maybe you might be like, it's not worth 19, Tim. I won't give you 19, but I'll give you 18. Listen, freaking, I bought one ribeye steak. One steak at the grocery store is $19. Okay? It's like, listen, I ate it. I ate that steak in like 45 seconds. So anyway, maybe not my best analogy. S-Flux asks about PMCB. What is PMCB? Okay. So, hey, here we go. We got a, terrible, disgusting chart with a gap to fill, which we like for dip and rips. So PMCB, low floater, ugly chart, gap to fill. What do we got for news on this piece of crap? Nothing today. Is there news today? I'm not seeing anything. Let me head on over to breaking news. So yeah, breaking news says, man, I tell you, and you guys know, I don't come on here and do sales pitches. Okay. I mean, I don't. I've done 450 pre-market preps. I don't do sales pitches, but I'm telling you, here's the sales pitch. Breaking news. It's so valuable. Okay. Two things right there. PMCB, no news, significant volume and movement detected. Thank you. Breaking news. Also breaking news says chat guy into VRPX. So now we got a chat bump. So looking like today's VRPX is going to be VRPX. So that being said, on PMCB, I would be very careful with this because of no news. Be careful early. No news according to my boys at Breaking News. And I'm telling you, what you pay for Breaking News, it is, it's like, oh, Tim, you say you never do sales pitches. Meanwhile, half of this pre-market prep has been sales pitches. But damn it! I'm telling you, what you pay for Breaking News is worth it. I will move on. Walleye Gill asks about Elf. Breaks of 1050, breaks of 11, and a red green. I mean, this thing's everything. Elf has everything. By the way, guess who still got the Elf mask? I still have the head of Elf mounted on my wall. I need a hook to mount Elf's head on the wall. Anyway, red to green. Break of 1050, break of 11, whole dollar, half dollars all the way up. So, Elf is back. Every pattern applies to this. Red to greens. I mean, VWAP whole. I mean, and I'm serious. Everything applies. I mean, and then whole dollar, half dollars all the way up. Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Roderick asks about AZRX. So, okay. A little bit higher float, but we got news. Jeez, oh, Pete's. Like we need more stocks. So, 90 million float, but it's a 70-cent stock, which means we only got a $70 million market cap. So, all intents and purposes, we're dealing with a puny market cap. So understand, normally we're looking at 2 million, 5 million, 4 million, 10 million floaters, but we're talking 5, 10, $8. VRPX is $30 at this point. But here you got a 70-cent stock with a 90 million float, but that just gives you a puny market cap. So, pancreatic enzyme therapy, PERT. Yeah, okay. I get it. Dip and rip over 80 cents. I like that it has news. I'll tell you that. We got a Y. I normally want a Y on these things. What did I do? So, what is this? AZRX. God, what did I keep doing, man? I'm keyboard happy this morning. So AZRX, dip and rip, but might need VRPX to calm down. So understand, especially early. So all these dip and rips, I mean, we got so many stocks out there. What I remember when everyone was like, oh, slow August. What did we have, like half a day when it was slow in August? Big thing I do want you to be cognizant of, the more VRPX runs, it's going to be, I call it that shiny object. Like NAOV yesterday. I mean, NAOV had a decent morning yesterday. Wasn't incredible. It was okay. But I think that if VRPX hadn't done what it did, NAOV would have been an even better runner. So remember, there's only so many degenerate day traders out there. There's a couple thousand of you on pre-market prep. Again, the good people of the world. But I mean, there's only it's not like there's a billion degenerate day traders out there. So when you get a runner like VRPX, everyone tends to fixate on it, whether they're trading it or just watching it. So I'd be really careful early with a lot of these day oneers, unless if VRPX just like falls apart at the open, then you're going to see these other guys light up. So understand that dynamic. Lisa asking about mRNA. Whoa, we're talking real stocks. Lisa, this is, I still can't believe I saw people calling this a squeeze yesterday. How do you call mRNA a short squeeze? I mean, we're getting closer and closer. And remember, we don't talk politics here. I'm no virologist. I'm no epidemiologist. I'm no virus expert. Unlike all the weirdos that you follow on Twitter, I do not profess to be a foreign policy expert, a national security expert, a virologist, an epidemiologist, or a vaccine expert. That being said, how can you possibly call Moderna a short squeeze? We're getting closer and closer to mandated vaccines. They're talking booster. I mean, there's a headline this morning. Moderna had a headline this morning that they're talking booster. I mean, these guys are printing cash. I mean, this is like, that little gun you can buy that shoots out dollar bills. I mean, you can probably get one on Amazon, right? Let me Amazon dollar bill gun. Okay, like right here, the money gun. Everyone at Moderna, when you get hired at Moderna, they hand you one of these money guns. And they're like, woo! And they're just shooting money. At Moderna, they're burning money. They're flush. They got so much cash, they don't even know what to do with it. How can you call this a short squeeze? That being said, as long as this holds $4, it's an afternoon VWAP hold. It's a week open red to green. And right or wrong, I'm not saying it's the right thing. These guys are, they're printing money, baby. What do you think about LMFA? Again, LMFA had a chance yesterday, but again, VRPX stole the thunder, faded all day. It's red today. Forget LMFA. And then let's get one more. FULC. You guys know what I do like about FULC. I will say this. Devin. So, no volume, not much going on, but this is, as we get further and further into the end of the week, this is exactly what we look for that Friday squeeze. So, look at that volume. Volume just dying. But the longer this holds up, the better the potential into like a Friday afternoon squeeze. But until the end of the week, unless they drop a PR. Now, they drop a PR, that changes everything. But until they drop a PR, just keep this on radar. Maybe set an alert at 23 or something like that. So, all right, my friends, the good people of the world. Little all over the place today. But I tell you what, when you see something like VRPX, it's just an incredible time to be alive, especially when you see people shorting something like VRPX. And then we got I didn't even get to half the movers today. So, and then you hear people shorting Moderna. It's like, there's a lot bad in the world. And I know I was here Monday morning and I was all bummed out. And listen, I'm still, I was in such a good mood. And then I start thinking about foreign policy and stuff. And then I and then I get depressed again. But anyway, from a trading perspective, and you've heard me say this a million times in the last year and a half when I started pre-market prep, from a trading perspective, I have never seen anything like this in 15 years. So focus on the markets, and focus on growing your account. It's an incredible time. There's a lot of bad stuff in the world, but when it comes to momentum day trading, swing trading, never been a time like this. So, all right, my friends, have a great day. Check out the Steady Trade team. Get yourself a money gun. I might have to order one of these. This would be good. This would be a good prop. This would go good with the Alf mask. How many are there? Oh my God. Look at this. There's like 75 different versions of the money gun. All right. Have a good night, or have a good day, everyone.